Yeah, there's definitely something on the line right up here. I don't know what that is though. Looks like a good one, whatever it is. What is that? Here we go, guys. We got our second fish of the day. Oh, it's a good one. Oh.
Don't get away.
Don't get away, we need you. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am out here on the lake in this very beautiful cypress tree and water tupelo swamp. And I'm very excited for today's episode because we're out here with one thing in mind today, and that is to hopefully catch and cook something to take home for dinner later on tonight. Now, Jay is going to be joining me very shortly out here on lake. We're gonna come back out here in the canoe, but right now I'm out here to get our bait rig all set up. So what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be setting up a yo-yo spread. If you're unfamiliar with yo-yos, it is this guy right here. It's like a little toy right here. It's a little fish trap. So what you do with these, if you're unfamiliar with them, is you hang these up from tree branches out here on the lake or from logs, just any sort of attachment point. And what you'll do is you'll bait this hook with your bait of choice, which today is going to be a live minnow. And then you will pull it down to the appropriate depth, which out here will be a couple of feet. And then on the yo-yo, you can see it has this little lever right here, this little notch. What you'll do is you'll set the yo-yo by pushing that lever into that notch, and then your bait is set. And so the idea of this is that the minnow is swimming around underneath the water. The fish bites it, pulls the line, and let me do this safely. Whew. It sets the hook right into the roof of their mouth, and then this pulley system on the yo-yo right here helps keep that fish pinned. So it's a really fun concept and an exciting way to catch fish, and a great alternative to rod fishing whenever you're just out here just trying to catch something to eat. So what we're gonna do, I have about 24 of these yo-yos. I've got a big expansive area here, and we're gonna try to bait up as many as we can and hopefully catch some fish. Our target species today is going to be catfish, and we might have a chance of catching a crappie. I'm not sure if we'll catch any or not, but it would be really cool to catch a crappie. But should be able to catch some catfish today. Might even catch some bass or both, and I really don't know. The options are pretty much endless whenever you're throwing a minnow. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna get these baited up, then we're gonna run back to the house, snag Jay, and we're gonna see if we can get anything on the line. As always, I hope that y'all are excited for today's episode. If so, do us a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now let's get these guys all baited up, and let's go catch something. All right, guys, I've got this spread all set up, and I think we already have our first fish. Yeah, there's definitely something on the line right up here. I don't know what that is though. Looks like a good one, whatever it is. What is that? I don't know what kind of fish that is. So, oh, it's a white bass. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Whoa, no, it's a yellow bass. What? That is a huge yellow bass. Holy smokes, guys. That is a huge yellow bass. Check that first catch out, guys. That is a massive yellow bass. Wow. I thought it was a white bass at first, but that is definitely a yellow bass. Look at how spiny those dorsal fins are. Wow, what a big guy. That guy is definitely going to turn into dinner. I have not eaten yellow bass in a while. I haven't honestly caught anything big enough to eat in a while, but that is awesome. I'm throwing him in the boat, and I guess I'm gonna go snag Jay. I'm gonna make sure that none of these other yo-yos have any fish on them. But I'm gonna go snag her, and we're gonna come back out here and run these yo-yos for a little bit and see if we can secure some more. Oh, ooh, I just heard a yo-yo go off. Okay, they're biting pretty good out here. I gotta get this fish in the boat, go get Jay, and bring it back out here so we can catch some more.
What's up, guys? Cole just picked me up and we are on the edge of the swamp about to go in and check our lines. Cole said that he baited them up in some pretty juicy spots, so I'm gonna believe him. I'm feeling pretty confident, and I'm really excited to see what we're gonna be eating for dinner tonight. So let's make our way into the swamp.
Here we go, guys. We got our second fish of the day. Oh, it's a good one. Oh.
Don't get away.
Don't get away. We need you.
That looks like he's barely hooked.
You guys are gonna be excited about this one. Woo! Look at that. Heck yeah.
Hey, that's a nice bass.
I know. Second fish of the day is a really nice sized largemouth bass, and y'all have been dying for this for a while on the channel. Every time we got bass fishing, you're like, we're not gonna do a catch a cook bass. Well, tonight is that night. Anything goes on these yo-yos today. That's a perfect size eating bass.
Yeah, it is.
Probably about a 2-pounder or so. And look how thick he is. Really good looking fish. He'll pair nicely with our yellow bass. Let me get that yellow bass back out.
I haven't even seen the yellow bass.
The yellow bass is monstrous. Look how big that yellow bass is.
Whoa. That's cool.
Isn't that cool? Big old yellow bass. A nice sized largemouth.
We're eating bass tonight.
Yep. We still have all of our yo-yos back behind us. We could still catch something else, but if nothing else, we do have dinner. We got 2 bass, a yellow bass and a largemouth.
Yes, dinner is secure.
And it should be delicious.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be dang good. Let's drop this one in the cooler and let's see if we got anything else on our lines. Alright guys, we have another fish, but unfortunately this one looks a little bit small. I think it's gonna be too small to keep. But
let's save him.
come here.
Come here, big guy. Oh, big little guy.
My goodness, he's quite small.
Yeah, definitely not going to be a keeper size, but another largemouth. It's fun to see the largemouth biting out here in the swamp today. Normally we expect to catch crappie and catfish out here, but hey, slaying the bass.
Catching the bass today. That's
just
okay.
Yeah, but that's just a little guy.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll send him back, rebait this yo-yo. Oh,
almost
got him again.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
See ya. All right, let's get this yo-yo rebaited and let's see if we can get another one.
Well, it turns out our yo-yo spread wasn't as juicy as we thought it was gonna be. We only caught 2 fish, and it was, well, I guess we caught 3 fish total. We caught a yellow bass and 2 largemouth. And I cannot believe that we did not catch a catfish. That's crazy.
I know, it's really crazy. I was really hoping we would get a couple of catfish, maybe a crappie, but hey, we got yellow bass and largemouth, 2 fish we haven't eaten in a while.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good for our taste buds.
I think so too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up our remaining yo-yos out of the swamp. We're gonna make our way back to the house. We're gonna get these guys diced up and ready to be eaten for supper. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm excited.
Let's go. All right, we're back here at the house. Got the electric fillet knife in hand, and we are ready to clean up these fish that we're going to have for dinner. I'm gonna start off by cleaning this big yellow bass. Look at this guy. That's like gotta be in the top 10 biggest yellow bass I've ever caught. I've caught some good ones, but that guy is just really big.
He's a dandy.
He's a dandy. I thought he was a white bass on there, but no, it's a yellow bass. So I'm gonna clean it with this electric fillet knife. They're pretty easy to clean. You're gonna start making that cut right behind the pectoral fin, and you're gonna run the knife down its side all the way to the tail. All right, let's make that cut. Okay, we got our knife blade all lined up. Now we're gonna run it all the way down the side. Flip our fillet over. Got a nice big piece of meat right there. We're gonna take the meat right off the skin real quick. Looking glorious, and all we're left with is we need to remove these rib bones, and that's pretty easy too. We're just gonna kind of curve our knife around the bones and pull them out. And now we are left with a beautiful yellow bass fillet. Almost looks just like a crappie fillet. That's gonna fry up really, really nicely. Put them in the bowl, do the other side. There we go, there's our second fillet. I didn't do as well on this one than I did on the other side. I kind of bumped them and I think it's table weird and kind of messed it up, but still a nice chunk of meat. Throw them in the bowl. Let's clean our largemouth real quick. And we're gonna clean our largemouth the exact same way, making that cut behind the head. There's a lot more meat on this largemouth than that yellow bass.
Oh yeah.
I'm so glad we got this guy in the boat today. Those ribs out. Perfection. Look at that. Look how white that is. There's no red meat on there. You guys, gonna taste good. Done with the bowl. And there you have it, folks. We've got a bowl full of some fresh and hopefully soon to be delicious fillets. We're gonna take these guys inside, get them cleaned up a little bit more, but look at that, guys.
That looks good.
Looks super tasty, and I can't wait to drop these things in the deep fryer. So let's get in there, get them prepped up, and let's get ready for supper. Okay, so we're gonna be frying our fish up tonight in this stuff right here. This is the Louisiana New Orleans style fish fry. It's got a little bit of lemon added to it. It's pretty good stuff. I like it quite a bit. We've got it here in this gallon Ziploc bag. And then we have our fish fillets right here. Got them all rinsed up. I thought about trimming them up, making them a little bit smaller, but we're just gonna go for the big fillets tonight. I'm kind of excited about that. So anyway, there's our yellow bass. There's one of our big chunky largemouth fillets. There's our other largemouth fillet. I mean, look at how beautiful that looks. That's going to taste delicious. And then we have our final little yellow bass fillet there. Put them in the bag, get it all zipped up, nice like this. And now that we've got our fish in the bag, we give it a nice shaking, get them all evenly coated. Uh-oh, I think the bag was leaking a little bit. Not good in the kitchen. Normally do this outside. There we go. This is by far our favorite method to get these fish all coated up. I mean, it always works and it makes them super evenly battered so they'll be extra crunchy whenever you throw them in the deep fryer. Okay, that looks pretty good. All we have to do now is go outside, drop them in the hot grease for a couple of minutes, and they'll be ready to eat. Let's go out there. So here we have our fish cooking station. This is our Tefal Easy Clean deep fryer. This thing works really great for cooking fish. We have our fish here in the bag. This thing is turned all the way up to 374. It's kind of a random temperature, but we got it turned all the way up. And we've got our fish in the bag and we're ready to dunk them boys in there. This is one of our yellow bass. Oh yeah, that's what you like to see. You like to see it sizzling as soon as it hits the grease. Or oil, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're at. Big old bass fillet. Man, I haven't cooked a fillet that big in a while. Hopefully that cooks right. We're going for it tonight. And then we have our other bass fillet going in, going swimming. Okay, so that should only take a few minutes. Then we'll transfer those fish here to this plate with paper towels so we can kind of drain the excess oil off of them. And then these guys will be ready. Ooh, look at that. Those guys are going. Okay, we just got baby C to bed and we've got dinner all wrapped up. Here's the plate you just saw. We got some baked beans, some sweet potatoes, and then of course our freshly caught yellow bass and largemouth bass out from the swamp today. Wish we could have caught a few more fish for y'all to enjoy, but you know, really all we needed was a couple, and we got all we need here on the plate, and we are ready to try it out. And set this plate down. I think I'm gonna, what do you have, yellow bass?
Yes.
I'm gonna do a little bite of yellow bass, and then we'll do a bite of largemouth. Two fish you don't see us eat that often on the channel, so here's a piece of yellow bass. Cheers, Jay.
Cheers.
Let's get a bite of that.
Mmm. Mmm.
Mm-hmm. That's quite good.
That's really good.
Quite delicious. So we don't often keep yellow bass just because normally the ones we catch are pretty small. And we're usually catching them whenever we're catching crappie, and we usually just throw them back. But in today's case, we caught one big one. Very, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'll give that a 10 out of 10. They kind of, you know, they taste like white bass and striper a little bit. And I mean, that really honestly tastes a little bit like a crappie. It was good. Very good. Now let's go into the main course, which is largemouth bass, which is, you know, kind of a treat for us because y'all often see us release the largemouth. And the main reason for that is that we really just prefer to just eat, you know, crappie, catfish, bluegill. We like to use largemouth as kind of like our sport fish. We like to catch them for fun, like to release them so they can get bigger. But in today's case, everything was on a menu and he had to go. So here's our largemouth. You ready to go?
I'm ready. That's pretty good too.
Extremely good. I'd say it's probably better than the yellow. It's better than the yellow bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
So the thing about largemouth is they're actually in the same family as crappie and bluegill, which is Centrarchidae, and then yellow bass in the same family as white bass and striper, which is Maranidae. So when you group the fish up in those different fish families, they kind of have a similar taste. So it definitely has that same like bluegill, crappie vibe. It's really, really good.
It's delicious.
Oh my gosh, guys, nearly an hour later, we finally made it here to the promised land. That was so difficult to get back here. Hopefully it'll be worth it. There's a good bit of water here. And what's crazy is that this is all about to get blocked off. Like in the next few days, like this is not gonna be connected to where I came from, and whatever fish are here are gonna get trapped, I'm pretty certain. So we'll have to figure out some way to get over here. I think we can honestly probably just walk over here from our house maybe. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Probably can. That's probably gonna be the next move in a few days. So if you see a bank fishing mission out here, it's because that was the only way we get out here. But we're gonna start off by throwing the old dude, the old Boosa worm, 6 cents Boosa worm. It's kind of late in the year. I don't ever really throw 10-inch worms like middle of October. It's really more of a, you know, a summer deal for me. But these fish out here, they just keep eating it, and I haven't had a reason to not start with it. And you know, every trip we've caught them with it, so we're gonna do it. If it don't work, we got several other options back here behind us. We got a chatterbait, we got a frog, we got a buzz bait, we got a whole assortment of stuff. So we're gonna see what we can do, see if we can get the stringer filled up with some bass. Hopefully catch a couple bigs along the way. This place looks so different every time I come out here. I mean, I was just out here last week, maybe 5 days ago. And it's just, it's insane to me. There's a bite. Yep. Oh, they're still in here. Oh, here's a good one, guys. Well, that was my second cast. I pitched over here and made it was a bad cast. That was my first good cast. Just right here on a stump. If y'all watched the last video we had out here, we had a little bit of an incident where I lost all of the fish that I had on my stringer. It was very heartbreaking. So hopefully we don't do that again today. I've got this stringer here, which has a float on it, and it's made out of paracord. So it should, in theory, tie up better. And if they get off, they should just float. So, and I've put a bunch of fish on this stringer before, like a bunch of big striper and catfish in it floated. But there's our first bass. He's like a 2-pounder. We're gonna tie him on. Hopefully catch a few more. I'll probably throw the biggest ones back just because I don't like to eat 4+ pound fish. But any of these like 2 pounds and under, they're going on.
I swear I hooked a 10-pound plus bass there. He came up and ate one of my other bass.
Oh gosh.
He was there with me and he saw the swirl. He was like, that fish wasn't that big. Da, 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 da.
Hold on. Fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Begging. Begging. Sounds like it. 2-pounder. Woo. On the phone with Dakota, and he gave me some good luck. We're scheming up some fishing trips, and I got me a nice little 2-pounder.
I got some of my pants while I'm at work today.
What?
I got fish slime all over me. I can send some your way.
Oh, heck yeah. I don't know what it is, but anytime you get on the phone with somebody, the fish always bite. It's kind of like whenever you're duck hunting and you like go out into the decoys after not seeing no ducks, they always fly in whenever that happens. So sometimes you just gotta pretend that you're not paying attention. But yeah, we're getting up here into this better little zone where it's a little bit deeper. Already have 2 in like 5 casts. They're aggressive. They're grumpy. Okay, let's see if we can get some more. Uh-oh, that's gonna get bit. Told you. Told you. That's a decent fish. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, he swallowed it. Gosh dang. Yeah, baby. There we go. What's wrong with that? That's a big one. That is a big one. He swallowed. He got hooked down here in the tongue. I mean, look at that. He loved it. He loved it. I knew it was gonna get big because it was right next to the log. Just perfectly placed. That's a big daddy. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep everything. My stringer's not huge. I'm keeping plenty of fish, but this one here is kind of big. And you know, if they get trapped in here, I can catch them, you know, later on. And he's almost 4 pounds probably, guys. That's a really nice bass. We're gonna send him back. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Is that a bass? Oh my gosh, the big bass. Oh my gosh, it's giant. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look how big that bass is. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Time out, y'all. Time out. Look at how big that thing is. That thing is enormous. Look at the head on him. That is a giant. I mean, come on with it. He's probably 22 inches long. Oh my goodness. Do I have my scale? Ow. I don't have my scale. No. Leave it to me to never have 100% of my of all my tackle with me. I would love to have a scale to weigh this fish. He's probably high fives, guys. Probably 5 and like 3/4. That thing is massive. Big, beautiful bass. We're gonna send this fish back. I thought I had a bowfin or something whenever he took off. That is crazy. Okay, we're sending him back. What a giant. What a giant bass. That was fun. He took me for a ride. I mean, is it so shallow? These fish have nowhere to go except for like straight that way or straight up. They ain't got nowhere to dig. They're fighting like crazy. Here's the rig. Boost and worm. So, okay, let's talk about this rig real quick. So last time I was out here, I was talking about and complaining about how I didn't have the right tackle with me. I was using my spinning rod, which you can definitely get by with, and I had a small shaky head jig head. Well, today I've got my 7'3" medium heavy 6" response rod. I love this rod a lot. It does a lot of things for me. I can fish a bunch of different applications. I've got an old Shimano Casitas reel on here. Got 15-pound fluoro. And then today I actually do have this thing rigged up with a shaky head, but I have a shaky head that's kind of designed for this style of worms. This is the 6" axle swing shaker jig head. It's got a little pivoting little hinge in there, and it allows this bait to have a lot of good, just flowing and natural undulating movement. So when you couple that axle pivot head on the top with the flowy ribbon tail, it's just a really nice thing. And you can see this hook has got a good bit of gap on it. And honestly, might still be a little bit on the small end, but I'm really enjoying throwing a shaky head through this stuff right now. And yeah, it's obviously working out a lot better today. So, which it worked out decently last time we were here. I was just missing a bunch at the beginning. But yeah, that was sick. If y'all would like to check out any of this gear, I mean, I really can't recommend this rod enough. I think it's 120 bucks, maybe 130. You can use the code CJ10 and get 10% off of that. But just a really fair priced rod, and it's awesome. Like this, they have an entire lineup of them too, a bunch of different sizes. So this is a rod I recommend 100%. And then of course, you know I love this thing. Let's get back after it. You're swimming to me. I was like, where'd my worm go? I lost all contact with my worm. I was like, that's fishy. And it's fishy because we got ourselves another keeper. Another nice, probably about 1.75 pounds. Honestly, my favorite one I've put on the stringer so far as size goes. This year's gonna be delicious. So we got 3 little jokers on here now, or almost 3. Almost got 3. Now we've got 3. All right. We got 3 bass. Oh yeah. And we are cinching them on tight. Like, I mean, I was really being mindful of my knots and tying them up last time. I think the stringer just got too heavy last time. I mean, I had like 10 of those jokers on there. Another thing real quick I want to point out about this rig is that when you have it rigged up like this on this swing shaker jig head, this is a screw lock. You screw it in there and it really extends the life of your worms. Like I've caught 4 or 5. I've caught 5 bass so far and my worm is still like in immaculate condition. If I was using just a regular offset hook, probably would have had to change worms by now or at least cut it down some. So I really like this jig head for that reason. Let's get another one. I would think that by now these fish would be tired of this thing, but the reality is that there's so many fish in this lake that I think most of these fish ain't even seen this worm before. And all the fish that were up there on those flats, all around, they've been pushed into here, and all the fish that were back that way, they've pushed back this way because it's too shallow up there where we came from. So it's really like, I mean, every fish on this side of the lake is like out here right now. I need to bring some crappie gear and some bluegill gear and catfish gear and see if the catfishing and see if all those fish are biting the same way that the bass are. But you guys know I'm kind of an addict when it comes to bass fishing, especially this time of year. Especially when they're fighting like that. Every cast. Get up in this boat, Billy. Yay! Okay. There's another good keeper, guys. Ideal. Stroking him. Stroking him. I almost don't like when I take time to put him on the stringer because I don't have a whole lot of time today. That's the only thing about this time of year I don't like, is that the days are getting shorter. We don't have the luxury that we have in the summertime where we can, you know, fish till 8:30 and beyond if we want to get a nighttime fishing bite. It gets dark about 6:30, 6:45. And then with the awful paddle I have to do on the way back, paddle / troll, I'm gonna be making my way back in the dark, which is fine. And it's what we're gonna do since the fish are biting. There we go. There's just another one, finally. Another good keeper for the stringer. Heck yeah. As I can tell, we're starting to go back this way. I fished up that way a good ways, and I really wasn't getting any more bites. I had a couple swipe at my chatterbait that I didn't land, but that is a nice little largemouth. Good keeper. We're kind of going back here to the stretch where we first started catching a few. There is one area that I passed over that I didn't fish first when we came through, so we'll hit that. But I'm feeling good. We should be able to catch a good many more. We got maybe an hour left of good fishing light. If I can get the stringer and tied it on there too good. All right, how many do we have now? I think this is the 5th one on the stringer. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. We got 5 good ones on the stringer. Not too shabby. We caught, how many did we throw back? We threw back 2, so we caught 7. Ain't too bad. That's big. That's big. That feels big at least. Oh, come on. Oh, it's decent. Decent one. Really decent one. All right, we got him. Look at that one right there, fellas. Woo-wee. Threw up here by this big old log, and he was all about it. Look at that beautiful largemouth. Look how tall he is. Another big, thick, healthy one. Probably 3.5, probably easy 3.5. Just a gorgeous bass, super thick, super healthy. We'll send him back. He's a little too big for me to keep. We'll see ya. I saw a swirl on the other side of this log and I was creeping up there to cast at it whenever I felt that one bite it. That's fun. That never gets old, just dragging that worm and feeling that little tick. And you're like, oh yeah, it's about to go down. Zing. I love it. If y'all love it, hit that thumbs up. There he is. Told you, I saw him right there. Gotta catch him too. That's big. That's good. That's good. That's another good one. They keep biting it while I'm moving towards them. Oh yeah, barely got him. Barely got that guy. Whew. That was awesome. He felt huge. I think there's a log right there. I think he had him still positioned behind that log for a second. But look at that one. That's another beautiful largemouth. Man, what a good fish. He's under 3, so I'm gonna throw him on this stringer. He's probably 2.5 though. He's a really nice one. About the upper end of what I like to keep. Look at that. That's nice. That is nice. I'm actually up here by this stump where I thought I saw a spinnerbait. So I'm gonna go up there and see if it is, or whatever it is, if we can retrieve it. Oh, 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 oh. No. Oh, that was so big. Oh my gosh, that thing was so big. Dude, if that was a bass, oh, it was so big. Could have been a bowfin. Could have been anything. There's a log right there. It's, I think, the same log I just caught that last fish off of. Oh my gosh. He took the whole worm and everything. But hey, I was right. There is a spinnerbait right here. Oh man, what a heartbreaker. That thing was big. He pulled just like that big one we caught earlier, but it's hard to say. When they get tied up around cover, it's hard to say how big they're gonna be or how big they are, but that one was 100% not small. Oh my gosh. If there is any sort of consolation prize, it is this spinnerbait. Everybody likes a little spinnerbait. Might be another one right there. Get it. Oh my gosh. Oh, he felt so big for a half a second. He got stuck on the stick. He's coming to me. Yay! He's dolphining. Gotcha. I've been wondering when I was gonna catch one over there in that spot. It's been a minute since I caught one over there. The last 2 times I fished here, I didn't catch anything out there. Another chunky 2 1/4 pounder, maybe 2 1/2 pounder. He's happy and healthy. He'll be number 7 on the stringer. Probably gonna fish like another 25 or 30 minutes. I got to kind of thinking about it. It's gonna take a long time to get back, and I just don't really feel like splishing and splashing through the mud in the dark. And we've already caught so many fish, and we're gonna probably catch a few more. Look at that. I mean, that is a heck of a stringer right there. Can't complain with that at all. Got some really good bass. And it feels like there's still a bunch out here. I mean, it's just like these spots, they keep reloading. I keep seeing fish activity. And this creek goes back that way a good ways. I haven't even touched some of that. And I feel like a lot of fish have gone up that way. I didn't have time to check it today. And it's looking like I'm not gonna get the chance to go check it from boat. And that sucks. Like this is literally it, guys. This is it. This is the last time I'm going to be fishing right here from a boat, you know, fishing effectively, fishing the way that I want to. And while it is heartbreaking, that's just the reality of it. So we're trying to soak up these last final moments, and I'm enjoying it, guys. I'm enjoying the heck out of my time out here this afternoon. But it is sad that the sun is starting to go down, and that, you know, it's just not looking likely like we're going to be able to get back out here unless we have like some torrential downpours in the next few days, which is not in the forecast. It's tough. It's very, very tough to get over here. And I think that some of the areas I pushed through today are going to be dry, like probably in the next day and a half. So that's it. That's what's going on. But we're not done yet. We're going to make a few more casts, or several more casts, and hopefully link up with another big one, like the one we lost, hopefully. Got him. Oh, nice one on the chatterbait, finally. Finally got one on the chatterbait. Woo! Another good keeper. Nice. On the chatterbait. It's kind of shallow up there on that little flat. And I felt like it was too shallow for the worm really to be effective, so I just decided to swim that chatterbait over that shallow stuff. And I saw the big weight coming and he smacked it. Another good 2 pounder, 2 1/2 pounder. I feel like I'm kind of undersizing these things because they're all so fat. Still feels, it feels weird. It always is going to feel weird, you know, stringing up all these nice fish. I mean, 10 bass goes a long way. Might be able to catch one more right here. We kind of drifted up on top of the spot, but let's see if we can get another one. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was hoping we'd catch another one. I was kind of starting to make, well, I'm starting to make my way out. There we go. This is honestly the first one that's not as fat as the other ones, but still a pretty good fish nonetheless. Good little 2-pounder, 2.5 pounder. How many times have I said that? 2.5 pounder. He thumped it really, really good. This is the only spot that I haven't fished yet today that I feel like is worth fishing. We might catch another one, we might not. If not, that's a good one to end on. Good quality fish, good for the stringer. But we're fixing to have to make some moves. I probably should have left a little bit longer. I stayed longer than I said I was going to. But, you know, go figure. When you're out here having fun catching fish, it's hard to leave. Well, that's it. I've fished through all the area that I wanted to fish and back up here in the shallow stuff. That I know there are a few fish up in here, but it's just not really worth fishing. Here's our stringer. One last look at the stringer. Oh my goodness. Look at that string. That's heavy. That's like 9 or 10 bass. I don't know how many it is, 9 or 10. And we threw back 3 or 4. So overall, a really, really great showing out here on the lake this afternoon. I'm really, really sad that this is the last time that we're gonna be out here together fishing this area, at least from a boat. We're gonna probably try to get out here on foot, but it's just not gonna be the same. I'm really gonna miss it out here. But hopefully one day we'll get to come back out here again and shoot some videos once the lake is all the way drawn down and refilled back up and restocked with fish. But it's just going to be a long time from now, and it's just, you know, it's still tough for me to just, you know, to grasp and think about. And I've been using this platform just to kind of just, you know, express the way I'm feeling. But you know, it's just the way it is. And while it is tough, it was definitely a good ride. The lake is awesome. This lake is awesome. The fishing in it is awesome, and I'm sure it'll be good again. And you know, we're still gonna be fishing out here for the next couple of months. We still got water in different areas we're gonna try to take advantage of. But yeah, I mean, as far as home base goes, and you know, my favorite location, I mean, this is it. So yeah, we're gonna take these fish, we're gonna clean them up, we're gonna eat them. It's gonna be a good time. But again, one last look at the bass. We did good today. We did really good. Had we not lost that one big one that I lost, I would say we had a perfect day. But hey, he'll be out here. We'll have to get out here somehow, figure out a way to come out here and catch him. But until then, like I said, that's it. We're gonna start making our way back to the ramp. It's gonna be a struggle, so I'm gonna save y'all from having to watch all that and endure all that with me. We'll just pick this up when we get back, probably to the cleaning table where we'll clean these fish up, and then we'll cook them up into something really, really nice. All right, guys, we're back with you. It is the next day. We got all of our bass cleaned up last night, and I've actually got about 4 fillets here all quartered up into this bag. I've got them all rolled up in this batter, and we're about to deep fry them. I got the deep fryer heated up right here in front of me. I think it's hot and ready to go, and I'm excited to have some deep fried bass for dinner tonight. They're gonna be delicious, I think. This is just the Blue Bag Louisiana fish fry, and I also have it laced with a bunch of Slappy Mama to make it a little bit extra spicy. Here's one of those little nuggets. Those bass we caught were pretty good size, so I made them into smaller pieces so that they would cook a little bit better and so that they would fit in the deep fryer a little better. So we're going ahead, we're gonna toss these guys in there, get them cooking, and we'll see how they taste. They should be good. I see lots of Slappy Mama on that guy. It's gonna be nice and spicy. Here we go. One fella in. Got this guy, he's a little bit more of a square. Super fresh. Hopefully a delicious largemouth. Honestly, I want to go back out there so bad. I tried to go out there today and I couldn't make it in my kayak. So I'm so glad that we actually were able to get out there yesterday. It's crazy. The next time we go out there, we're gonna have to go out on foot. Okay, that should be good for now. We'll let those cook for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll transfer them here to this paper towel, and we'll do the rest. Check out that finished product, y'all. We've got our fried bass. We snuck in a few little Savannah Classics, and then instead of French fries, we're doing clam strips. So I've been doing this thing recently where I am trying to clean out my freezers so that I'll have room for more fish, especially with the situation out here with this lake, you know, being empty and there being no limits, and we're trying to harvest, you know, a good amount of fish from it. I just need the space. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of digging around there and just finding things that aren't necessarily as important as fish, and clam strips were on the menu tonight. So we got that space cleared out, but I'm definitely gonna have to clean a few more things out of these freezers, or I'm just having to get a completely new deep freezer to hold all this fish, because we are in prime time fish harvesting season. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do the official taste test. Let's grab ourselves a little piece. I like this piece right here. He cooked up and actually split a little bit. He looks super tasty. Largemouth is notoriously just a little bit more fishy, strong, gamey, whatever you want to say, than like a crappie is, but it still tastes good. So let's see how these guys taste today. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. They definitely have their own, you know, distinct flavor, but it's not bad. It's actually very tasty. I find whenever I have fishes, you know, more in like that 4-pound range, like some of the ones we let go today, that they don't taste as good. So that's why I would rather just let that fish go and see if he can make it through the dam, or maybe get caught by somebody else, or maybe somehow survive out here. I really don't know. It's just because I wouldn't enjoy eating him and I'd feel bad about it. But anyways, we got a whole plate of food. Let's try these little clam strips. They've been in there for a while. I have no idea. I actually have no idea how long those have been in there. I don't know if they're still good. They should be good, but there's a good looking piece of clam strip. A little chewy. Man, I love those little things. It's like one of my favorite foods. I love clam strips. I'm so glad that I found them in the freezer today to go with this whole entire plate of food. There we go. Stay on. That one there ain't small. That's a big head. That's a big one. That's a big one. Stay on. Stay on, I'm in a bad spot. Take a look at that stringer right there, guys. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are out here on the home lake this afternoon, and we are surrounded by this beautiful water tupelo and cypress tree swamp. This is one of my favorite places to fish out here on this lake, and I think it's gonna be good to us this afternoon. So, as most of y'all know, and as we've stated in a few videos already, this lake that we're fishing is currently being drained completely empty. This is day 28 of them draining it, and it has gone down well over 2.5 feet since the beginning, which means that the areas that I normally fish are about dry. This area is a little bit deeper. We got about 2 feet of water on average that we're gonna be fishing today. And it seems like a lot of those fish that are out there on those shallow flats have kind of pushed over into this deeper water, which makes complete sense. Guys, I'm seeing some fish bust over here. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So I'm seeing a bunch of bait fish out here. A lot of shad. I'm seeing some bluegill, but I'm seeing some fish eat them. So I've got a couple of rods with me today. I've got a buzz bait, and I've got a little swim bait. 2 baits that I love to throw in the fall time of the year when these fish are feeding up on bait fish. And hopefully we can put some nice ones in the boat today. I'm feeling really optimistic. We are out here at a great time of day. It's a great time of year. And yeah, we should be able to catch some fish. So guys, if y'all are excited to tune into this episode, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for good luck, and let's see what we can get into today. Let's go. Fish on. There we go. That didn't take long at all. He's not very big, but look how fat he is. Little chunky guy. There's a couple chasing after it too. There we go. Nice little bass to start things off. Buzz baiting. It's kind of grimy right here. There's a lot of leaves and there's some nasty kind of just scum on top of the water, which kind of impedes the action of the buzz bait just a little bit, but it's a lot clearer out there. And I've been hearing some splashes out that way, so it's looking good for us. Like 4 casts in, we already got one. I like the chances of us catching a bunch today. Right here. Right here in front of me, guys. Right here, right here, right here, right here. There we go. Fish on. Fish on. On the swim bait. On the swim. That's a nice one. All right. There we go. There we go. Number 2. He's got, well, that's just my fish. It's my swim bait. I was about to say he's got a fishtail coming out of his mouth. There we go. Second one's bigger than the first one. Quality fish. They were schooling right here underneath the water. Subsurface schooling right here. Throw back in there again real quick. I'm kind of out here in a good spot to cast now. I've been kind of stuck in the trees. There we go. Buzzbait. Oh gosh, that's fun. That's fun. That is fun. Smoke the buzzbait, guys. Man, not a monster, but there's some big ones blowing up out here. That's our third one. That's our third one. Oh my gosh. It's like so tempting to just keep chasing them around, but I feel like I could just sit, you know, kind of stagnant in one area and catch them pretty good, but that was a big one that jumped over there. Got him. Got him. Another nice little largemouth on the buzzbait. Trying to throw that swim bait a little bit, single swimmer, but I'm getting hung up a lot. So this buzzbait's a great option to throw because it's not hitting stuff subsurface and getting hung up. And I got a little bass. He tore up my swim bait though. Then we can get another one with it. Fish. But it came right to me. Just a little guy. Just a little schooly guy in the coontail. I think that's our 5th bass in the afternoon, so not bad numbers wise for not very long fishing. We just need a couple of kickers. I guess we don't need them, but we would enjoy them. I would enjoy a couple of kickers. I think they're gonna be back over this way. I kind of went back this way for a little bit. I got baited in, I saw a couple fish jump. Then it was being a couple of fish. Seems like the masses are over here. There's way more shad. It's also deeper over here. It's a little bit more open too, a little bit easier to fish. There we go. Got you. No, nice little bass. Can't complain about that. There we go. There we go. There's a little bit better fish. Trying to stop myself. Yeah, little tubster. Little chicken nugget looking bass. How many is that, like 7? 7 or 8. The hits just keep coming. Got you. That's a better fish. That's a better fish. Got him on the buzzbait. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we caught one on the buzzbait. Look at that one. That's our biggest of the day so far. He's only probably 2 pounds, but still put up a good fight. Beautiful fish. Love catching them out here in the swamp. I mean, literally, this is my happy place. Favorite place to fish on earth that I know of. Oh, he's mad. You can't be catching them on a buzzbait. That swim bait does not look too good, but I don't have any more of this color, so I'm gonna see if I can ride with it a little bit longer. Okay guys, real quick, I would like to take a break in the video to thank 6 Cents Fishing for supporting today's episode. In my hand right here, I have my monthly Super 6 sack from 6 Cents Fishing, and we're gonna be doing a quick unboxing to see what we got in today's package. If y'all have not heard of the Super 6 sack from 6 Cents Fishing, this is a great way to get a bunch of tackles sent to your door each and every month at a discounted rate and to get some really cool stuff and really build out an awesome tackle arsenal. I've been getting these for dang near 4 years now, and I don't even know what to do with all this stuff. I've got so much of it now. And what I really like about the Super 6 sack is that you unlock access to exclusive colors and new bait releases before anybody else. So let's go on ahead and let's see what we have in this month's sack. Starting off with one of my favorite crankbaits right here. This is a Movement 80X Wake. And this is just a waking style crankbait, goes down a foot deep, and this is in an awesome custom bluegill color. Really cool bait. Power on through to the next one. We've got, ooh, here's our exclusive right here. A bag of clout worms, guys. You know that these baits are deadly. This is the 6.3 inch version. And the exclusive color to the sack is Gill Dust. Just this really nice green pumpkin colored worm. It's got purple and orange flake. Looks really, really nice. I love the larger size clout worm. It seems to trigger a little bit larger than average bite. Stoked to have those. Moving on, we've got a Munch 40. This is the black magic color, great for stained water. And this is a really hard thumping crankbait. Really awesome when you get those muddy, like I said, those muddy water conditions. And then we have an Axle swim jig. This is a really cool swim jig. It's got this cool weedless hook design. You just screw a swim bait on there and just start ripping through the grass. I've caught a bunch of fish on this thing. This is a really cool color too. Grass Smash. Just looks like a little bluegill. Following it up, we got like 3 more things in here. Oh baby, here we go. Here's a fall killer right here. Swank 66X. I was hoping to find some shad colored crankbaits in here. So this is one of my favorite colors in the entire 6 Cents lineup. This is Shad Burst. It's kind of just this nice shad pattern with some chrome finish to it. And what's cool about the Swank is in most crankbaits when they dive kind of down like this. This guy will kind of go like this and roll parallel to the lake bottom. It kind of keeps you from getting hung up in the stuff below, and it's great for fishing around grass. That's gonna be a killer this fall. We got another shad crankbait, there we go. Crush 50X. Or 50S, silence, the silent square bill. Yep, no rattles. Another good shad imitating color, chrome thread fin. And then we're gonna round it out with some wacky worm hooks, which will pair awesome with a clout worm. Show you guys how to rig that up really, really quickly. Find the center of the worm, or a little off center. Boom, wacky style. That right there will get munched anywhere across the country. So guys, if y'all are interested in learning more about the Super 6 sack, I'll leave all the info linked down in the video description below. And if you decide you would like to scoop one up, use the code CJSuper6 at checkout and you get your first sack for $10 off. It's a phenomenal deal. I don't know why you wouldn't do it, but let's go on ahead. Let's get back out on the lake and let's see if we can catch some more fish. Let's go. There we go. Stay on. That one there ain't small. That's a big head. Oh my gosh. That's what we like right there. That is what we like. Ah! It bit me. Whew. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Swamp monster. Oh yes. I just changed my swim bait on here. I was just talking about how that one was tore up. I have some 4.0 sized whales on here, and that one there, it looks like it got destroyed too. That's the caliber of fish we were after right there. That is like a 3-pounder, 3.5 pounder. Look how healthy he is. Just big old, slabby old, beautiful largemouth bass, just golden. Take a picture of him. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a gorgeous bass. We'll send him back. Whew. Like I just said, I swamped up and put the old the 4-inch whale swim bait on here. I love throwing the whale on the back of a swim bait, on the back of a buzz bait. It just seems to track really, really well. Normally I'll have super glue and I'll glue like half the bait onto the hook so it doesn't slide down and just get broke. But your boy ain't got no super glue today, so we're kind of going through some plastics, but it is what it is. I got plenty of them, so we're good to go. If y'all haven't tried running a swim bait as your buzz bait trailer yet, I highly recommend it, especially now that we're getting into fall. Like, it's really hard to beat. You can throw like a frog on the back of it or like a craw trailer, but I love just a streamlined swim bait. the little tails don't get stuck in the hook. And as y'all can tell, the fish just absolutely clobber it. And it's a good way to catch big ones. I wouldn't be surprised if a 5 or 6 or 7 pounder came up and decided to eat this thing today. Whew, we're definitely in the right place. Get that one there, that ain't good. Knock that down. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Ooh, we ain't done yet, baby. Heck yeah. There's a good one. 2.5 pounder out here on the lily pad. Grouchy. All right, guys, back with you. This is actually 24 hours later than the last time we spoke. We're back out here on the lake. We're in the cypress tree swamp, and we're out here for round 2. So actually this morning, Jay and I got up and came out here and did some fishing. You'll see that video up next from this one. But whenever I was paddling out here, I realized just how much the lake had dropped overnight and how difficult it was to get out here. And it really got me thinking, like, man, we're really running out of time as far as being able to actually paddle from our house out here to this area. And that is very sad, but I want to make sure that I got the most out of this area. So we're back out here this afternoon. We might be able to get back out here tomorrow. I'm not sure. We can access this from some other spots on the lake. But as far as just that easy, direct paddle from my house, this could be it. Like, legit, like, not even kidding. So, and also I was thinking about it. The last video I had where I was out bass fishing, I told y'all that the next time I went bass fishing, I was going to keep some and cook them and do a catch and cook. And I failed to do that yesterday. I didn't have a stringer. But today, I have got a stringer. It's in my pocket. I can't get it out. There it is. There is my old trusty chain metal stringer. And we're gonna come back out here to the same area we were at yesterday. I've got the swim bait, I've got the top water, and we're gonna see if we can't catch us a few and take them home and cook them up for supper. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We've got about an hour and a half of daylight to fish. It's looking juicy. When Jay and I were out here earlier this morning, there weren't a whole lot of bass moving around, but I think that's just because it's more of an afternoon deal out here right now. So we're gonna make our way through the swamp, get out here where we caught them yesterday, and see if we can't catch a few more that we take home and eat tonight for supper. It feels like this place has already dropped a foot since this morning. I wonder if they opened up another gate. I don't know. It just seems low. It seemed low yesterday and it seems low today. Hopefully there'll still be some bass swirling around out here. Got the swim bait. See if we can't, see if we can't call one out of here. And all the bass we catch today are up for grabs. There we go, they're still here. They're still here. Second cast, that's a perfect size right there. I mean, the ones yesterday were perfect too. If I catch any that are like in that 3-pound class, I'll probably throw them go just because, I'll probably let them go just because I don't really prefer to eat 3-pound bass. But this guy will be super tasty. I think I've got 7 clips in my stringer, so see if we can't fill it up. First one of the afternoon mission part 2. That was 2 casts in. Only thing is, I'm not sure about dragging them around through this crap, but it should be all right. Caught that guy on the 3-inch 6 cents baby whale. Guys, if you're looking for a good swim bait to throw around this fall, these guys are super deadly. The 3-inch, 3.5 inch, they got all sizes all the way up to 4.5 inches. They also have the jig heads that pair with them using the 1/8 ounce little finesse swim bait head. And we are snagged. Well, that sucks. It's so low, I get snagged a lot now. It looks like it's clear, but it ain't. We gotta go get it. Gotta go fetch it up. But what I was saying is if y'all do want to get some, I'll leave all of the fishing gear that I use in these videos linked down in the video description. When you're on 6 Sense Fishing, be sure to punch in that code CJ10 at checkout, and that'll save you 10% off. Get up here and get unsnagged. I haven't heard any fish schooling, which is what they were doing more of yesterday. Man, a bunch of stumps right here. Yep. So move up this way a little bit. There's one. Oh, he came off. No. Dang, they're biting this thing right now. I feel like this is the time that they bit the best yesterday. Oh gosh. Got you. Decent one. Oh, he came off too. Gosh, dang. I got a weird hook set on that one. He smoked it. He smoked it. Nice one. Ain't losing this one. Get in here. There we go. 2 for 4 all of a sudden. There we go. Clobbered it. He's bleeding a little bit too. Whew, nice one. Probably 1.5 pounds. String up on his little clip. They are acting ferocious. There we go. Stay on. Stay on, little guy. Oh yeah, this is another largemouth. Another nice one for the stringer. Not too bad. I lost my my one swim bait that I had. I actually had one break me off. Luckily, I had a little Ned head here in the kayak. So that's all we're working with now. I don't know where my pack of jig heads went that I put in here, but I cannot find them. They're probably in here, but I cannot find them. So I gotta be careful and not lose this last little jig head. It's not the best jig head for what I'm trying to do, but it obviously just worked. I think that's our 4th one on the stringer. So we can get a couple more. That's a big one. That's a big one. Stay on. Stay on. I'm in a bad spot. Oh my gosh, he's on the other side of the stick. No. Stay on. Stay on. I'm stuck to the stick. He came free. Is that a bass? Oh, it's a good bass. Let's go. Haha. That was crazy. Hey, that's a good bass right there. He'll make the stringer. That's our biggest one. He's probably a 2 pounder, 2¼ pound. That's usually about the top size. This is the upper class of bass that I normally like to keep. Again, really just for flavor and texture. I've eaten some that are bigger than that, and they're not bad, obviously. But this is just my favorite size to eat if I'm gonna eat largemouth. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. He makes that last one I put on there look like a little dink. Hopefully he doesn't flop off of this thing. Oh, he's getting my leg all slimy. Yeah. Okay, we got a nice stringer now. I'm surprised that one stayed on. He didn't break my line or nothing. He is angry. Stay on me. Stay on me. Yeah, he almost came off. I saw it hook, unhook and rehook him just then. There we go. Another nice one for the stringer. Oh, snap. No. Dang it, that last good one we had came off. Look at that, he broke the pin. Well, maybe I probably shouldn't put this one on that pin. He might have just been too big. Feels pretty solid. He probably just shook free. Oh gosh. Dang, we lost one of our bass. That was supposed to be number 6 on the stringer. But we're back to 5. That's pretty good, I'd say. Oh, one jumped right there. I can make up for it right here. Oh, they're jumping right here. Let's see if we can make up for it real quick. One escaped. I think just one escaped. Made up for it. So stay on. Oh, he spit a big old shad. There we go. We'll take 2 1-pounders for a 2-pounder, right? There was another chasing after him too. He spit up a big old shad. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I think I have 7 clips on this thing. Okay, one more clip and we're done. We can start doubling, but I don't think I need more than 7 bass. Can we get one more real quick without losing any? One more bass. We want one more. One more bass. I want to catch him right here. I have to go up just a little bit further. Nope. See that right below the surface? Camping smacked it. Oh, it's a nice one. Oh, it's a really nice one. Stay on. Get in here. Yeah, baby. That is awesome. That right there will make up for that one we lost. We got 3 really solid fish. Baby whale doing them nasty. He bit it on the surface. I think the bait was even jacked up and he still came up and got that thing. That's how fired up these fish are. Look at the build. I talk about this a lot, but they're just so thick. They got big shoulders, that little area right there, meaty. These are gonna be some delicious eating. I know we don't keep bass all the time, and it's really not for any political reason or nothing. It's just, we like to fish for fun just as much as we like to fish for food, and usually bass fishing is where I get to have some fun. We've got a lot of fish in our freezer, but we'll eat these fresh today. We'll add them on here to the stringer. I really don't have any more clips. There's a clip I'm using right here is my safety clip. So we're gonna double up. We're gonna double down. Oh, I don't wanna double down. Do I have any more clips? All I got is a safety clip. Here's what we'll do. We'll string them up conventional style. It can't get off like that. I should have done it with that big one. Okay, let's take a look at the stringer. Oh yeah, take a look at that stringer right there, guys. We've got 7 really nice largemouth bass for now. I guess those other 6 could potentially pop off. That one on top ain't going nowhere, but I don't think they're going anywhere. We got some small ones, we got some medium ones. There's gonna be excellent table fare. We're gonna head back to the house, get them cleaned up, and we're gonna fry them up for dinner. Again, guys, look at that. It looks marvelous. It looks so good. The bass smells so good. So I seasoned them up with the Old Bay and, of course, Slappy Mama. It's a deadly combo. Old Bay plus Slappy Mama on fish equals perfect every time. Here's a little bite. Gotta love fresh fish. These fish were swimming like maybe 2 hours ago max. Probably an hour and a half ago. And now they're swimming in my tummy. It's delicious. They're so good. Jay, you gotta get a taste of this.
The fish are swimming where?
I see.
In the sea?
They're swimming in this sea. Okay, Big Boss, you gotta get a sample of that. Wish you could have been out there with me.
I know.
But we did catch some this morning.
Oh,
I told the folks we went out earlier this morning.
That's really good.
That's good, isn't it?
Haven't had bass in a while.
Yeah, those are the perfect size too. That's
That's
good.
where the
What?
That's where the Scott.
Yeah.
That's a really good.
Sammy, one day you'll know. Cypress has the opportunity to know, but he just doesn't really like to eat
Cypress,
fish.
do you like to eat fish?
No.
No.
Why?
I eat food.
You like to eat food.
Fish is friends, not food, right?
I eat
Fish are friends.
All right, we are about to send it on down the river. This is gonna be home base for me today. This is a new canoe, Frontier 12 that Alex took me up with, and I've honestly never seen these kayaks in person. It looks pretty wide and looks pretty stable. And what I'm loving about this thing, I've seen his videos, got this big old seat. Thing swivels around. Should be a good time. Might take a little bit of getting used to because it is so wide. I'll probably slap inside it with the paddle, but we're just gonna be floating down this thing. I mean, look at this river, guys. This is awesome. He says it's down a little bit low, which should have these fish, in theory, concentrate in some deeper pools. Got a nice little backwater, little eddy right there. Looks pretty good. And man, it's just always just really exciting exploring new water like this. And I'm just excited to get in, as y'all can tell. I'm just like kind of tweaking right now, and just thought that there could be a 6-pound spotted bass in here, which there is. 6-pound spotted bass lurking around in here, and we could catch them. Just fires me up. Ain't got no net, but we'll get him in the boat if we get him. Hit my tail. Oh God. Oh my God. I missed 4.
You missed 4?
Yeah, just like a 10 cast stretch. It's just no, it's good. They just
Smoking it and missing it.
yeah, and it's like moving quick.
Yeah.
All right, so Alex just caught this one right here, and it's gonna be our first keeper. Definitely get some on here because you never know. I mean, we're not guaranteed to catch, you know, a good mess of them. So when we get them, we got to get them. There we go. There we go. First one of the day. Fine, I put that buzzbait down. It was not working for me. And we got ourselves a chunky bud. First cast with the secret bait. And that's gonna be my first keeper. My first Alabama spotted bass. There it is. Had to finesse him. I mean, we floated a mile and a half down this thing. We've only caught a few on the buzzbait. And I think we're still gonna catch some on it. But just had to get on the board.
We're working on a taco.
I had to come over here and get on the deep side with Alex.
We still make a video when you watch it.
I can. Very good.
Good job.
There he is, baby.
There he is, big large.
Big largy, baby.
That's a good one too, buddy.
Yee. There it is, guys. We floated down that smaller river, and I caught all of 2 fish. Not gonna lie. Alex did good. He caught like 6 or 7. He got a whole stringer full. And we got back here on the main strip here, put the spinner bait on, and I got me one. Look at there. It's been a struggle. I don't have much to show for today so far, but that is a beautiful green fish. You know, we came here to catch the spots. I did accomplish that. Caught me a nice Alabama spotted bass. And now we got ourselves a nice largemouth. We're gonna send this guy back. He'd eat up just as well as the spots, but we already got our 5. Alex hooked up.
That's a big spot. What that is.
What you got there, buddy?
I mean, just a little spotted bass is what that is. And look at the way that one's built.
That's a chubster,
It's
dude.
like a freaking brick,
Look at
man.
that tub. That's a good one. Thick.
Thick, man. Now
Off
what
that bridge
happens
piling.
when they get giant is they stay like that, about right there in their body, but then they get about that long. So that's what we're looking for.
Look like an otter on the end of your line, just slinking around.
Yeah, dude, that's fun, man.
That's a good one. Well, we got our 5 fish we wanted.
We did.
And that's a good one. We'll throw that guy back.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't here to take these big, beautiful, bodacious spots out of this river.
It does.
Little babies.
Man,
Dude.
that's fun, dude. Hey, heck yeah.
Dude, we had nothing for like 3 hours,
Nothing, dude.
Nothing.
Now we're out here on this river. It almost makes me want to go up to the other boat ramp and float back down to this road.
Who knows, man? I mean, that's 2 fish in 5 minutes. 2 good ones. 2 fish bigger than anything else we caught today. All right, buddy, we made it.
We did it.
We made it.
Hey, Toyota, if you're watching, we both need new Tundras.
That's right. All right, so we got the kayaks pulled up here. We actually just left them here for like 30 minutes. So if anybody was in the area, they had free games at a set of kayaks if they wanted to take them, but luckily
They didn't.
they didn't. Even Fancy Duck didn't mess with them. Hey, Fancy Duck. Oh, she's happy to see us. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any rice, but we have a couple of bass. You want to see our bass?
Our baskets?
You want to see our basses or Alex's bass? Oh, they don't. Yeah, they heard that. Okay, I'll let Alex show you guys the catch because we got 5 on there. We were hoping to get 5 on there.
Yeah.
I put 1 on. He
You
put
did.
the other 4, so I'm sure he's really proud about that, aren't you, buddy?
Oh, dude, I'm proud of you. Don't worry. I'm proud of you.
But look at that nice string of spotted bass. They look so pretty on there, and they're gonna look even better when we get to frying them up. They're all like that 1.25 to 1.5 pound size.
Eating
Just
size.
perfect eating size. Look at the colors on this one right here.
Beautiful.
Alabama spotted bass. I think I put the second one on there, didn't I?
Yeah, thanks.
So there's my fish right there.
Yep.
There's my contribution to the team. And we're gonna get these boys on some ice, and we're gonna clean them up here in a little bit.
But
Before then, we've got some news. So since, you know, this float trip was definitely not a bust, we caught some nice fish. We actually have another creek on the way home that we're gonna stop at and fish for a little bit and see if we can get a little bit of revenge, because it was pretty active when we first started. Then we had a long stretch with just a lot of nothing. Then we got some more bites here at the very end, and
yeah.
I don't know, we want more.
Yeah,
We're
we want more.
We're thirsty anglers.
And there's more to be had. I was telling Cole, this is like weird for this stretch of the river to be as kind of, I don't know. No, I don't want to say dead because we'll
say
bites.
stingy.
This is stingy.
Very stingy.
And so I got another creek that should be popping. So we just gotta go find out. But we got dinner.
Yep.
So that's cool. Now let's go catch some more fish.
Let's do it. All right, guys. So we find ourselves now in a little bit of a predicament. So whenever Alex and I got off the river and headed out, I realized that my phone is no longer working. Like, it was charged up, it will not come on. I had it in my back pocket for a minute and I was kind of sitting on it. So I don't know if I like messed up the LCD screen or what, but I cannot get this joker to come on. So I was like, okay, Alex, I gotta make sure I stick with you because I have no phone. I have no way to navigate around, I don't have any directions. So make sure you like don't leave because we were following each other. And it was going all right. We stopped at Subway just a few moments ago and to get lunch before heading over to this other creek. And he pulled out like a left turn. It was pretty busy, and that joker got away from me. And I have no idea where I'm at. You know, I'm in the middle of Tennessee. It's super busy. I'm not sure where we're going even. And yeah, I don't even know how to get back to his house. I don't even know his address. I don't know this dude's phone number. I have no way to contact this joker. So yeah, so here we are now. I'm just sitting here, but we're sitting here in the parking lot of an AT&T, and we're gonna see if we can get something figured out. But this is kind of a bad deal for both of us because, you know, he has the kayaks and I have all the fishing poles. So if he like drives down to that spot and is hoping that I show up there, he's not gonna have any fishing poles. And yeah, I don't even know. This is kind of awkward. And I also have all our fish. I've got all our fish in the bag. So I'm not sure at this moment if we're actually going to get to go fishing again this afternoon or not, but we're at least going to be eating good whenever we do meet back up. I think we're like maybe an hour and a half from his house. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to touch in and let you know what's going on because it's honestly, it's frustrating, but it's honestly like super comedic and it's just unfortunate, you know. Let me know if I've had any instances like this, because I'm just lost. I'm just lost, and I have no idea where I'm at. So we're gonna go inside this AT&T. They're probably gonna charge me a lot of money to get a new phone or something. And yeah, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We'll see what happens. Hey, this jackwagon thought he was slick, getting away from me.
I was just trying to just abandon you in the middle of Tennessee by yourself.
Yeah,
Ugh.
we got about 2 hours time elapsed here. He's been here, sitting here just chilling like a little grumpy old troll here underneath this bridge because he didn't have his fishing poles. I had the poles. And I got the fish. All he had was the boats, so he could have went like on a nice little recreational paddle, but
Lord of mercy.
what fun is that? But anyways, we're here. It's like 4 o'clock, 3:30, I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And we got a few hours. We're gonna try to catch some fish. Hopefully spice up today's adventure. So we're gonna get after it. Hopefully get some big ones. All right, guys, I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. It has been a long afternoon.
It has.
It's been a long afternoon. I mean, with that little deal where we got separated earlier, we went down to that second creek. We caught a couple of little guys. It was really beautiful down there. A lot of really interesting landscape, but the fish were just not doing. We had a front come through last night, and we just gotta assume that is what the issue is, because it should never be that hard to catch a fish in a creek in that type of environment. So anyways, we do have something for our efforts, and we have 5 bass in the cooler. Like I said, Alex got 4, so he gets to eat 4 of them. We're sharing with Bethany. I get 1, but we also made a stop at the Walmart on the way back, grabbed an electric fillet knife. I'm gonna chop these boys up, and we're gonna cook them up, and I feel like it's a well-deserved and hard-earned feast that we're gonna have tonight. Cause I'm so hungry, dude.
Dude, let's do it.
I'm starving, and can't wait to eat these bass.
Heck yeah, dude.
I know y'all are excited about it too. All right, we just cleaned one off camera. We'll do one here for y'all. This is just your standard little spotted bass, Alabama spotted bass. And we're just gonna clean this electric fillet knife like we clean everything else. Start behind the pectoral fin, behind the back of the head, go down the backbone, run the thing down the spine. All right, our spotted bass is clean, and we're ready to start getting them ready to cook. We got a little egg wash here. We've got some cornmeal, salt and pepper. We've got the oil heating up. We're gonna get it nice and hot. So when we drop them in, and they just start crisping up, and they're gonna be so good.
Simple as the day is long right there, folks. Simple.
Ooh,
Just look at that.
that looks like a top prospect right there.
I'm telling you.
Look at his buddy in there. All right, guys, so we are finished cooking up the fish. Well, Alex cooked up all the fish, so big thanks to that. It looks amazing. It's always fun watching other people cook fish. It always looks, people always cook it a little bit differently than what you do, so it's nice to have something a little bit different. And it looks, like I said, amazing. So we have our bass here. We also have some little walleye nugs. They had some walleye they caught out of Lake Erie, somebody caught. And we're gonna kind of do like a little comparison taste test. Most people are like walleye is the best thing ever. Some people are like bass is the best thing ever. We have both here, and we're gonna take a bite of each and kind of figure that out for ourselves. So grab a piece of this bass, fresh caught from today. There's a little bit of difference. This was caught literally 10 hours ago, as opposed to this was caught however long ago. But here we go. Bass down the hatch. Bobby's ears perked up. Look at that.
Look at him.
Look at him.
He's like, I'm about that life.
He's something about that life. I'm about that life. That is so good. I mean, I couldn't recommend that. Like, spotted bass are so good, especially when you catch them out of a really clean environment like that. That cool water, that is really, really good. Set it aside just for 1 second. Take a little bite of the walleye. And that too is also quite delicious, but it's definitely different. It's a bigger, flakier piece, or like a bigger, like more dense piece of fish. Definitely has a different taste. They're both really good. I'm also not gonna say which one's better, because they're both just really good, and it'd be really difficult and probably a false opinion if I told you one was better than the other. I think they're both great. But anyways, we're going to sit back. We're going to enjoy the rest of this here meal. We actually have an air fryer going with some potatoes. Those will be done in a minute. It's just gonna be a great time. We've had, like I said, a long day, and we need some much needed relaxation time, because we're gonna go at it again hard again tomorrow, right?
Getting after it.
We're gonna catch more tomorrow than we did today?
Dude, we're gonna try.
Promise?
I can't make any promises.
Don't make any promises?
Listen, on my channel, there's no promises and no expectations, okay?
All right, all right. But anyways, guys, we had an amazing time out there. Big props to Alex for hooking us up with the spots. And, if nothing else, we just had a great time out there hanging out in the wild. Welcome back, guys. We are back down here below the spillway. We're on the bank downstream of the actual spillway. We're fishing this first shoal, and we're trying to catch whatever we can get our hands on. We've got a bunch of different baits on. So we've got live worms, we've got crappie jigs, we've got stuffer bass, we've got jerk baits, swim baits, spinner baits. We've got everything, and we're gonna throw everything at them. This has been a really good spot recently. There's a lot of bait fish in the area. The water's flowing just right. There's been a lot of predator fish too, talking about the white bass, the striped bass, the largemouth, catfish, crappie. So we're just gonna have an afternoon of it. We were out here earlier fishing up closer to the dam. We got into a mix of fish. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it linked down below for you guys to check out. We also hooked into some absolute giant spillway freaks, and we're hoping to get on some more of that today. But first, we're gonna start off doing something different, fishing down here. I think we're actually gonna end up further downstream at some point, but we're just gonna let the fish tell us what to do, let them tell us what we need to throw, and we're gonna keep an open mind to see what we can put on the bank today. So if y'all are excited for that, do me a favor, hit thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's see what kind of spillway monsters we can put on the bank today. Let's go. Fish on. What is that? Looks like a spotted bass. There we go. First fish down here below this first shoal is a nice meaty spotted bass, and he's going in the net. We're keeping him, we're taking him home and eating him. Hoping to get several of these today. Let's go. There's one. Be another nice spot. Be another nice spot. I kind of find like a white bass. What is that? Is it a striper? It's a striper! Let's go! We'll throw him in the net too. All right. Second fish down here on a little 6 cents finesse F4 crankbait is a striped bass. Good little eater striped bass. He crunched it. I've been catching a ton of bass this spring on this flat side crankbait for 6 cents. I'll leave it linked down in the video description below so you guys can check it out. It crushes it below these spillways and in these rocky situations. That's a beautiful little eater striped bass. There we go. That's two fish. Oh, he smashed it. Golly, that's a big fish. Jump, 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 baby. What are you? I bet it's another striper. Oh, it's a nice striper. Golly. I was hoping it was a big old largemouth or something. He crushed it. He's pulling drag. That's a nice striper. It's a nice striper. Absolutely crunched that crankbait. Come here, big baby. It's all over. Gotcha. That one there is an even better eater size striper. A lot of good things we can do with this fish. These hooks that come stock on these crankbaits are just the saltiest things ever. They're super sticky sharp. I've got tons of confidence when I hook up with those treble hooks that these fish ain't coming off. That's a good one. He's probably pushing 3 pounds. 295. Little 3-pounder. Oh, that was so much fun. So I'm fishing with a pretty light bait casting set. This is like my jerk bait rod. This is a 6 cents Lux Series rod. It's a 6.9 medium, moderate fast. It's one of my favorite jerk bait rods. I've just got 12-pound fluorocarbon on here. I've got kind of a small 50 size reel on there. And then, like I said, I've got that flat finesse F4, just cranking it down on those rocks. It's not my like preferred crankbait rod, but it's a good little do everything rod when you come down here below the spillway. You can throw, oh God, I got another one. That's a nice bass. It's a largemouth or something. Spotted bass. I was saying, you can come down here and throw a jerk bait. You can come down here and throw a lipless. Oh, stay on there, fat spot. Let's go, baby. There's a hole of them out there. Just a good little multi-purpose rod so you don't have to carry a whole bunch of rods down here at the same time. Honestly, I have some jerk baits. I think a jerk bait would do them dirty. That's another beautiful little fat spot. These are super tasty. So we got 2 striper and 2 spots. All we need is a couple of crappie. Dude, Patrick catches a crappie.
Oh, no.
What is that?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Dude, you can't catch crappie like that. No, just kidding. Patrick's about to catch him a freakzilla. I can already tell. I can already tell.
Right here?
Right here. He's got that. He's got that swag. What's on there? What do you have on there? What are you throwing?
Fish. Like crawfish crankbait.
A crawfish crankbait?
It's like a bomber.
Look at that. Look at that. Is he still there? He came off? Dude, that would have been so sick.
He was on there.
Oh man. Fish. Dude, they're hauled up right there, dude. That's a nice one. Oh, he came off. No. What the heck? First cast with the jerk bait, baby. That was too easy. What is that, a white bass? Oh, he came off. It was a white bass. Why are we losing fish? There we go. White bass are freaking out for this jerk bait. Golly. Pretty sure it's the white bass. Yep, that's a pretty good one. Landed his butt. Jerk bait bite? Okay, I see you. Only thing about this jerk bait is it's got 3 hooks. And like I mentioned earlier, they are sharp. My grip's not all that good. Here we go, first little white bass on this little mission. His fin's all jacked up. That was 2 casts in a row with the jerk bait getting smashed. I feel like there's a bunch of fish out there, we just gotta fire them up. And jerk bait is one way to get them to lose their minds. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Fishy, fishy, fishy. This is what we're doing. We're just gonna catch white bass now every cast with the jerk bait. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Surprised they wouldn't touch that crankbait. There's something about a jerk bait that just makes a white bass upset. Gets them all butt hurt and upset. Oh, Patrick's hooked up. Patrick's hooked up. What we got? Oh, oh, oh. Nice one. I'd say we should add a couple of these white bass to the mix, but I don't think it's necessary. We got some nice spotted bass, we got some nice striper, and those 2 are better eating than white bass. Nice little daily double. They're like twins.
I think one's bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, he smoked it so hard. I don't know if there's a more fun bite than a jerkbait bite, besides maybe a topwater. Topwater bites are fun, but that jerkbait bite where they just snatch the rod out, try to snatch the rod out of your hand, it's next level. Man, these boys are fired up. That one there is thick. It's a chunky one. I don't know if it's got eggs or if it's been eaten. That one there is healthy. My last one wasn't bigger than the one that Patrick caught, but this one's definitely bigger. This one looks like me after I ate a bunch of animal crackers. Look at that. She got a tub. Oh, I'm about to fall off this dang rock. Wind's blowing me over. We kind of got a storm coming in. That might be what's got these fish fired up. I don't know. I ain't mad at it. I'm here for it. Is that a fish or a rock? That thing is swimming. Did I snag something? Or is it big? I got something that feels good. I don't know what's happened though. I think I got something snagged up a little bit. Oh no, oh, it's a nice, I think it's a striper. I think he kind of headshotted it. Look at that bend, golly. I think we got a nice striper. It's a big old white bass. He's hooked sideways in the head. Came out and assaulted that jerkbait. Oh, it's a big white bass. When they get foul hooked a little bit, it makes them feel really big. Yeah, he just swiped at it and got him right in the side of the head. Hello. I was hoping it was like something enormous, like a buffalo or a catfish. We'll take it. Another beautiful, healthy looking white bass. Half of these fish are kind of healthy looking, half of them look like they've been through some stuff. You'll have that with jerk baits. They'll come up and just try to like kill it, and they'll go back and eat it. And when they do that, these things, you know, they have 3 hooks in them and they get snagged up a little bit. I'm gonna try a little bit downstream. I caught those last ones kind of more upstream in the shoal. It's a little bit deeper here. Maybe there's a bigger fish hanging out right here. I don't know. It's a little bit deeper too. There we go. Just another little white bass, I think. Unless it comes up jumping. But we got a little bigger. Is there 2 on there now? That'd be cool. Oh, just one. Just bulldogging me right here. I think we're due to double up on this jerk bait. Another beautiful white bass on the Provoke 106X. This straight, just French pearl color is really great in this murky water. It's like the only color that will stand out that I've got. The fish can actually see it. We have about maybe a foot of visibility, but it's just really stained, and it's kind of dark out here too. So definitely go with your more solid white colors when you have these murky water, cloudy conditions. I think you'll have more luck that way. I got a chrome that I could throw too and probably mess them up, but I'm not sure. They're messing this one up. I think this is the best bait you can throw right here right now because it's shallow. Oh, is this something different? No. It's interesting. Last 2 made it easy on me, just had the back treble. That's another thick one. Look how fat that one is. These are some stud white bass. See ya. Okay, I'm gonna get this fish in and I'm gonna move upstream just a little bit and get the even faster stuff. There's some big boulders that I think could be breaking. Oh, it's a nicer one. You can break the current up a little bit more. It's a stripe. It's a striper. It's a striper, finally. Got some sons of white bass on this jerk bait. Another good keeper. And I think that's our 3rd striper in the net. We got 3 striper now, 2 spotted bass. That's awesome. We'll pick up the crappie rods here in a little bit, see if we can't get a full mix of fish in here. But for now, we are rocking. Oh, was that a bass? Hey, it's a spot. Get him, that's your dinner. That's a fat spot.
Oh. Dang, that's a beefy boy.
Look at that. Patrick got him a spot. He got on the jerkbait program. That's the 97X jerkbait. It's just like the Provoke I'm throwing, just a little smaller size. And that's a fatty. Look at that. There you go. I'll let you deal with that. Young jerkbait master. That's a tub. Oh my gosh. I left Patrick for 3 minutes and I look over and his rod's like doubled over, like scraping the bottom of the river. I was like, what the heck is that? And it's a giant white bass. Dude, it's a huge one. You wanna weigh it?
Yeah, I do.
We gotta weigh that thing. It's gotta be like 2.5 pounds at least. Oh, dude, almost 3 pounds. 291.
Nice.
We caught a striper that same size. Oh my gosh. I mean, what a beefy 3-pound white bass. That's awesome, dude.
It's crazy.
There we go. Is that a big boy? Oh, it's just a runner. Runner up on the surface. I can't even imagine what it looks like down there under the water. There's got to be just a bazillion of them. And of course, he got all 3 hooks. You love to see it, and you also don't love to see it. Depends on what scenario you're in. If you're in a tournament, you'll love to see it. If you're just out here catching every cast, you kind of wish they just had the bottom hook in their lip. We'll take it. Say bye. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, is that a largemouth? Oh my gosh, is that a big old bass? Or is that a striper? That might be a big largemouth. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. It looks kind of green. Oh my gosh, there are 2 on there? Oh, it's a big old spot. Big old spot. Yeah! Woo! Look at this big old fat spotted bass. He's so short, but just stout. Golly, crushed that jerk bait. I don't know why I ever even thought about taking that off. That don't make no sense. Look at that, beautiful spotted bass. That is sick. 2.15, he is short, but he is so thick. We're gonna send this one back. We already got a couple nice spots in there. I like to let the big fat ones go. I like to keep the smaller ones. Okay, I'm gonna send the spotted bass back into the river. There he goes. Patrick's got something crazy down there. Patrick's called in for backup. Oh, you gotta get the hook out?
I got it. I don't know what to do.
Oh, just squeeze him. What you got? Oh, a little spotted dog. I caught a spotted bass and you got a spotted gar. You put up a good fight. Pick him up, dude. Squeeze him.
I'm tossing him.
You got it, dude. You got him. You got him. Look at him. You love him. Oh gosh, he's gonna mess you up. Surprisingly, I caught more of these. These guys love jerk baits.
Bro, he hammered it.
That's how they like to be released. You know, this looks good down here. It's deeper, but if you're catching gar, I don't want no part of that. Not right now. Oh man, what's that? Another little bass?
Yeah.
I'm about to come down here and get on some of this action. Spot? Oh, he spit up something. He looks like he spit up a shrimp. I think that's the perfect jerkbait right here. Mine's a little bit bigger. I think that's like the actual perfect size. That's the 97X. That thing looks so good. There we go, another good one. Big fish. That's a better fish. Oh my God, giant spot, giant bass, giant bass. I hope that's a big spot. It's big. It's big. Don't come off. Don't come off. That's like a, oh my gosh, it's a big one. Oh my God. What are you doing, freaky? Oh, it's a nice one. Oh, it's a big old spot. It's a big old spot. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Let's freaking go, baby. Now that is the kind of hammer spotted bass we came down here to fish for today, guys. Look at that, smoked, that Provoke 106X. That's gotta be a 3-pounder. I left the scale up there. I'm not gonna go get it, but that's definitely a three and some change. Big daddy spotted bass. That is amazing, guys. I thought it was a largemouth, but then I saw it was a spot, started freaking out. You know, spots, they don't get as big as largemouth. It's not uncommon to catch a 5-pound largie down here, but there's so many like smaller, just, you know, chubby, quality, just cookie cutter little spotted bass, and when you get one like this, it's exciting. Look at that thing, got a big old tub on her. That's beautiful. That thing's like 3.5 pounds. It's a nice one. Golly, what a fight. That thing fought way harder than any of the striper and big white bass we caught today. Okay, we're gonna send it back. Patrick's on him down here, so I'm gonna fish down here with him for a second, and then I'm gonna go back up. This thing is heavy. Man. One last look at that thing. What a chunk. Yeah, we'll see you. That water is cold. Oh my gosh, another one. Is that another black bass or white bass? They got me a new little cadence down for him. That's a white bass. I'm casting it all the way across, reeling it down just a little bit and doing the rod twitches up. I don't know why it's making a difference. I was jerking it down, but I mean, they are smoking it instantly. Also, I said this earlier, there is a storm brewing, it looks like. It's hard to see because we're down here at the bottom of this hole, but it's gotten dark. There's some big clouds. Another nice whitey. Ouch, golly, he just cut the crap out of my hand. Look at that, it's bleeding. Those freaking things are so sharp. Now, when I said that I brought everything with us today, I really meant it. We've thrown a bunch of different hard bait, threw some spinner baits. Now we're gonna bust out a little 3-inch paddle tail swim bait, and then depending on what happens with this, we catch some, we don't catch some, we break off and lose it, whatever. I'm gonna swap back to the jerk bait because the jerk bait is the king down here. But we gotta show them a swim bait. They love a swim bait. This is a 1/4 ounce head, so I'm pretty much just gonna cast it out and catch a fish first cast with it, just like that. What I was gonna say is I was gonna try to, just keep it up in the current, not let it sink down in the rocks. What we got? First cast, literally. This happens every time I swap baits. And that felt good. He thumped it. Okay, I can get down with that. I feel like this is probably gonna be our second best bait behind the jerk bait, but we'll see. That's a really healthy, chunky, beautiful white bass. Look at the blue. Look at the blue tail fin, or anal fin. Just a 3.2 Divine swim bait. Platinum white. Don't go anywhere without it because you're gonna need it. Smoked it. That's a fun bite. The jerk bait bite's fun, but when they wreck a swim bait, that's a fun bite too. It feels like a spotted bass, but it's a striped bass. It's a white striped bass. But look at that. Just gobbled it up. Just thumped it. Thump. He's pooping. Gotta get out of here. I'm hooked up. I'm hooked up. I threw right over the top of Patrick. I said something good was fixing to happen. Dude, they are up there in that first little bit of swirlage. Stacked. Oh! That almost hit me in the face. What the heck? Here we go. We're multitasking. We're multitasking. That's what I get for crossing over Patrick's lawn. Oh, snap. We're multitasking. Yeah, that was scary. Oh, he's about to get eaten by something. This is a big white bass, guys. In case y'all didn't know. Oh gosh, I'm going the wrong way. Do I still got him? I still got him. Look at his blue fins. Blue fin tuna. Yeah. I got some white ones. Oh, get him.
I don't need it.
He don't need it.
I don't need it.
Patrick's throwing a fire tiger. I don't know if they would prefer a white one over the fire tiger, but he just got crushed. He get eaten? What is that, striper? Hold on a second, I'm coming in.
No.
He got wrapped up?
Weird.
That's a stud though. So I guess it really don't matter what color you throw. I mean, that's the complete opposite of what I'm throwing.
What the?
Oh yeah. On fire. One of these is gonna be a fat spot, I know it. One of these is gonna be a fat spot. We need to get some to throw in the net. We could have been throwing all these white bass in there, but that net would get very, very heavy. And I'm not that strong. Patrick's not that strong. And we got a long walk back. We already got like 10 pounds of fish, 15 pounds of fish in there. I don't know. So we're trying to be selective. We're trying to selective harvest these fish, but they keep just smoking these baits. Oh my gosh. They're going buck wild. Can't stop, won't stop. It's nice fighting them on 12-pound tested. I can just haul them in, boat flip them. Not worry about breaking my leader off. Another nice one. Number 71. We'll say that was number 71 because it probably was. Oh man. That's a big bass. Oh, I got one. That's a good one. Might not be a white bass, but probably is. Feels like he's got some different type of heft to him. Oh my gosh, there's a fat white bass. I'm trying not to be surprised by him, but I keep getting shocked by how fat these things are. I mean, it's almost May and they've still got, I mean, I think they still got eggs in them. Not what you would expect. I mean, what do you think? Think it's got eggs? You think it's just full of fish, full of food? It could be either one. I mean, that's a 2.5, 2 3/4 pound white bass. No, you don't need it. Here, boy. Woo! Me and Patrick are doubled up for the 18th time today. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a striper. It's a striper. He's going in the basket. Woohoo! We needed you. We wanted you. I don't know if we needed you, but we wanted you. So it seems like the pull rate is 20 white bass for 1 striper. A nice little chonky one. We'll add them to the bag. If we decide we don't need them, we can let them go if they're still alive. They should be alive. They're in this basket floating around. Oh yeah, they're lively. They're grumpy. Oh, don't splash me. Let's go. Oh, he liked it. Oh, that's a bass. That's a bass. That's a bass. He's going in the net. Come up here. There's another spotted dog. Ooh, got him. I gave it a little pop and he said, yup, I will take some of that. I think that'll be the last fish we keep. Unless we get a big old fat slab crappie or something. Another great eater spotted bass right there. Beauty. There we go, fired back up. That's a green one. Isn't that crazy? You know, earlier I didn't think the jerkbait bite was ever going to end earlier, and then it did. And then I didn't think the spinbait bite was ever going to die, and then it did. That's another good spot. We're throwing them in the bag. Throw them in the bag. It's not every day I get in the mood to eat some spotted bass, but they are delicious, and these are the perfect sizes. I might swap them out for a couple of white bass we have in there. First cast, jerkbait. Back on the jerkbait program. Doing a little grocery shopping for some delicious Kentucky spotted bass. Guys, that was crazy. I wasn't anticipating us catching that many fish that quick. We fished for about 2.5 hours and it was basically non-stop action. We kind of had to swap it up on. We caught some on the jerkbait, which ended up probably being the best bait. Close runner-up was definitely a swim bait. They're actually pretty even as far as numbers go, but we caught a ton of quality fish. And in the hand, we got a 5 fish limit. You can actually keep, I think you can keep 10 of these. I'm not exactly sure. You can definitely keep at least 5 little fat spots, and these are gonna be excellent eating. These are what we're gonna eat tonight for supper. We also have got a little mix of some stripers here in the bag. Take a look in the bag here. Take a look down in that bag. Pull out one of these guys. That. We got 5 of these, and we also have a white bass. So we have 11 fish total that we kept. I think we caught over 100 fish, easy, because we were catching them every cast for like an hour straight. But we're going to do the deed and make the hike back across the dam, load up, head back to the house. We're gonna clean these guys, and we're gonna cook up some fresh Kentucky spotted bass for supper tonight. It's gonna be delicious. Can't wait. We'll catch you guys back at the house. All right, guys, so we're cooking up some fish in a new location. We're over here at Patrick's house, and we have a whole bucket full of fresh fillets. We just cleaned them in the dark. We're gonna show y'all, but it got dark. But here's one of our little spotted dog fillets. It looks good. Let's find a striper somewhere in here. There's a lot of spotted bass fillets at the top. Oh, here we go. There's this little striper fillet. Look at that thing. Huge flakes. We're gonna fry them up tonight though. Like nothing crazy at all. Just gonna cut these into smaller chunks. Gonna fry them here on the stovetop. It's some vegetable oil, and it's gonna be delicious. We're not messing around. So let's get them cut up into small pieces. Get them sizzling. here's a little bit of what we got going. I cut these into smaller pieces because we're gonna be cooking them just in the skillet on the stovetop like I mentioned. So I'm gonna use smaller pieces so they'll cook a little more evenly and thoroughly. And because we don't have a big thing of grease to get them all, you know, soaking in. This is the batter we're gonna be using. I have never used this one. I have high hopes. It's this right here. I like the Uncle Buck stuff you get at Bass Pro. It's light and crispy. It's got flour, real breadcrumbs, already pre-made. It smells good. So we're gonna see if it's any good. So we'll give you a little review on that. But those look tasty. Here's our striper. Patrick said he never had no striper, which is crazy.
It's been a while.
He said it's been a while. And then there's the small flakes of the spotted bass. It's crazy we didn't get any crappie to mix in there, but that will be more than enough. And also, as a side, we got some, you can't see the other side, but there's waffle fries in that bag. So we're just going all out. Dude, how would you rank the fishing day today?
9.9.
That's pretty good. As y'all can see, we're sizzling now. This batter smells good. It's really like herby, kind of like the Italian herby kind of crusty feeling. I don't know. It's got a lot of breadcrumbs in it, more than I thought. But I think it's gonna be good. Definitely something different than what I've been cooking recently. But these won't take long. We're just gonna put as many as we can in here. We still got them cut into small, little pieces, like so. And they're just gonna be good. There's a ghost! There's a ghost! Oh no! Don't let him get our fish, Arlo. That's Arlo. He's the guardian of the kitchen. Oh, snap. Look at that. We got some kind of oddly looking fried fish, but I know it's going to be good. It kind of looks like a Zaxby's chicken tender to me. We got some waffle fries, got some ketchup. Dude, give us a little taste test. You worked hard today. You worked hard. These are the fruits of your labor. Hadn't had any fried fish in a minute, which is odd. That's good? Here's my plate. I don't know what you got. I cut them all small. That's a bass. Mm-hmm. You get a little piece of striper. This is what we wanted. That was oh gosh, look at that.
It's good.
You can lie and say it's not.
No, it's fine.
Here, I'll do the real taste test. It's a little piece of bass, little bassy bass. Look at that. Flaked up. It's got lots of the breadcrumbs on there. I almost dipped it in ketchup. I don't dip fish in ketchup. I'm feeding mine to Arlo. That was so delicious. Don't sleep on the spotted bass. They are so good, especially coming out of that cool water, that fast moving water below spillways. And they're always readily available. You can catch them all times of year, but right now is a great time to get them, as well as the white bass and stripe. Whatever kind of fish you like, go to Spillway, go catch it. Fry it up, you can't go wrong. But this is where we're gonna end today's episode. We're wore out. We had a long day of fishing. We shot 2 videos today. We fished from daylight to dark. We cleaned these fish, we cooked them. And we're gonna sit back and enjoy them for the rest of the afternoon. But if y'all enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye guys.